Hello, in this tutorial we're going to be demonstrating the power of the blend tool in Adobe Illustrator. So without further ado, let's jump in. So what we're going to do is create just a kind of not a completely basic object, but just something quite simple so that we can demonstrate what's possible with the blend tool. I normally use my keyboard increments. At the moment, if you hit Command K, you can change your keyboard increments from whatever distances you need. So normally I'd have it at 0.1 millimeter, and then when you hold Shift, that lets you arrow key nudge it to 1 millimeter. In this case, it's set to 1 millimeter, so holding Shift will jump that to 10 millimeter jumps when you hit the arrow keys to nudge objects, just to bear that in mind. I'm going to leave it set to 1 mil for here, 5 mils that way, 5 mils that way. So that will give us our top object. I'm just going to group those, and I'm going to hit Command. And if you hit Command B, it pastes in back. Normally I hit Command F to paste in front. So I'll hit Command F there and paste in front. I want this to be at the back. So at the moment I've got this the color object, just to bring it out a bit. So what I'll do is I'll hit Shift Command left angle bracket and bring this right to the back, and just hit Command and right angle bracket just to lift it over the background object, because it kind of brings it up through the layer hierarchy. When you do that, move it through the layers. So that's what we got. I'm just going to get rid of the color in that one so that it kind of fades into a kind of a bit more of a feeling of depth. And now we're going to blend it. So we're going to go Object, Blend, and the annoying thing is, if Illustrator actually thought about this, or Adobe actually thought about this, they would just let you blend it from the blend options, but you can't. You have to make the blend first. I have no idea why they did that. So I'm not sure what it defaults to, but this looks like it's done specified steps in the blend options. So let's just go blend options, and we have specified steps. So there are a couple of things to bear in mind here. You can have smooth color, which kind of doesn't really do much. I'm sure it's got its uses, but I've never used it. Specified steps, as you see in here. Or you can do a specified distance, which is my preferred method, because then you can change the distance between the objects themselves, and it'll just fill in the gaps. And as you can see here, we do have some artifacting that's occurring in the blend. And the reason for that is we have it set to GPU preview. Now, when Adobe first introduced GPU preview, you used to be able to see it up here, but they took that out because they've now used GPU preview as the default. I hope I don't have to say that again. But if you hit Command E, it goes back to CPU preview, which gives you a little bit more of a true-to-life indication of how this will actually print, or if you're going to export it to anything like a PDF format or a JPEG or anything. So just to bear that in mind, before you think there's something wrong and you have to go messing around with your stroke width and everything, etc., it's worth just making sure that it is rendering correctly in the GPU preview, because it can mess it up. So the next thing I'm going to show you is just what happens when you move this stuff around. You can kind of you can just move it around like that, and it gives you that kind of sense of depth. It's more like the blend tool is kind of just like a metamorphosis from one object to the next. So if we were to sort of move this to one side, okay, there we go, and we just took a a rectangle and blended it into a circle or something like that. No, actually, I'm going to need an actual circle for that. You could do that, and yeah, the blend tool would let you it would just transform the objects from one end to the other. And so yeah, you can see it's kind of distorting there. It's one of those tools where you as long as you're careful with your application, it'll serve you pretty well. It's not a magic bullet by any means, but it is a really useful little thing to get you out of the woods from time to time if you do need to kind of make a blend. And with that, I think that concludes our tutorial. There you go. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. All the best of your creative journey out there, and take care. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.